Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this particular episode, we are going to talk about goal slash streak maintaining habit tracker. And this particular episode, we are going to talk about how things went and what are the technologies I used. And first of all, I really want to apologize for not being consistent because of my college studies and exam. And I have been going to this internship, and this was very time consuming because I was traveling to this particular on-site location, and this was really a hard time for me to actually manage YouTube channel. So what I did was, for the sake of the content, I've been vlogging all of the experiences. I'm going to document all of the things, how I got the internship, how the experience was. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and this is going to be really exciting, so you guys can know the process of getting into an internship and all. So without further ado, let's get started. So this particular website is a simple website. So this is not a huge deal about how to actually build an actual full stack development application. This is a simple application because I really wanted to learn something as well as do something, implement in it. So what I did was, I really wanted to track my actual habit and productivity level. So initially, when I started this resolution of being more productive in this year, what I did was, I took a fresh copy of diary of 2025. And every first starting of the month, most of the diary comes with a planner which has a grid kind of layout, and you can make a plan out of it. So basically, I have been using this whole of the January, and it was quite actually pretty useful because I was not relied on online services. What I did was, actually I have to manually tick it using different colors of pen, so I can know how productive I was. So eventually this was very useful, but the problem I am starting to face was actually visualizing the actual progress what I have been doing. So this actually strike me an idea of building something similar, so where I can actually switch toggle between activities what I do in a simple way of, let's suppose, a button or something, and eventually I'll be having a chart which can be easily visualized and understood easily. So this was the whole motivation behind starting this project. So the next motivation what tempted me to start this project was learning something. So basically, I wanted to learn something, and most of the time I really wanted to learn something related to databases, because the normal way of database what I do to the clients is basically use a NoSQL, because that is more easier, and I really wanted to learn some actual SQL databases. So what I really wanted to learn is Postgres, and the whole reason of choosing Postgres here because of the ORMs. So the ORMs, if you go to the Prisma.io, it is an popular ORM. Drizzle is one of the famous ORM. If you go to Prisma ORM, so this is very simplified. If you go to docs, and if you go to ORM talk to database easily, so basically that's the whole definition. You can talk to database very easily. You can go to Prisma client, and inside of that you can go to queries, and you can go to CRUD. CRUD is basically create, read, update and delete. So these are the most common way to interact with the database. So let's suppose I want to create a data. So what I can do is, I can just use this a single line to create a data. So I can go Prisma, which is an client, and I can select a schema. So basically this schema is a simple thing. So this is my schema planning. I have been using Figma for this, and you guys can see this is and schema structure. So for the whole activities, I had college hours, fun hours, study hours, outside hours and coding hours. So basically this is a schema. So you can access the schema, and after that, if you want to create or if you can want to update, you have to delete, you can pass this as an argument. So basically data, and let's suppose the user has an email as well as a name, you can pass that. So this can be done in a conditional statement, you can render it out. There's a lot of things, and Prisma is very useful. Right now I'm cheating, saying that I know Postgres because I am not learning the actual language. Instead I am using a bridge to actually communicate. This is more efficient because time is actually money. So the less time you spend on more efficient thing, the better it is. So the Prisma ORM is the best thing. You can refer this. Our documentation is an amazing documentation. And coming to our website, yeah, I made a really simple goal. The main thing I didn't focus on the whole design was like, it is simple. So this website is primarily, most of the time is used by me, maybe for like accessing the habit tracking and all. It's all going to be done by me, and I'm not going to share to friends. They want to, I can give, but most of the time the target viewer of this website is going to be me. So I'm not really focused on the design and all, so I made everything simple. So that's the whole perspective of making the design. And coming to the next thing, I have this button. So this button has these parameters of college hours, fun hours, study hours, outside hours, coding hours. If you click it, yeah, you can see a toggle of every activities. So idle is basically I am doing nothing. Initially, if let's suppose if the day is empty, um, let me find today's day, which is 0 so 02 and 17. Yeah, so this date is today, and let's suppose this day is having created it. Let's today is the new day, and I'm initialization is, if I refresh the page, you can see the it is reset to idle. So let's suppose right now I'm going to study. I can click it and I can go study. So this is going to make us data in the actual database. If you want to see, you can see. If I refresh it and if I again search it, 17, and you can see, and if you can see how can it is tracking, actually I have a field of current, and you can see I have been selecting study. So in the last day you can see it is tracking a study house. So basically that's the whole thing. And if I even I refresh, it will be fetching the live data here. Yeah, it is refreshing now. It is refreshed, and you can see it is still in studying. So that's the whole logic of it. Actually the whole the whole interaction between the client as well as the server is just this button. Trust me or not, the whole streak mechanism, this chart is only dependent upon this button. So this plays a major role here, and I kept it very accessible because that's the whole point. I needed this. I really wanted to make everything simple, very easy to toggle, and I should see the visualization as soon as possible. So what I did was I made this very accessible in the hero section immediately after the introduction. So that's all. And let me actually change the activity today in the schema. Let's suppose for the college hours I spent 6, and for the fun hours, let's suppose I have been spending 3 hours, and for study, let's suppose 4, and outside I have been 2 hours, and I have been coding for, let's suppose, 7 hours. This is logically not possible, but I just really wanted to make and if I refresh it, so you can see I'm getting this activity today. So instead of this actually I have been made custom by using some css property. It is easy. You can actually make a logic out of it. But actually what I did was I actually took let's suppose the colleges of 6 hours. Basically I'll be summing all of this category, and I'll be dividing, and I'll be making a percentage, and I can put the width of it. It's very simple, and that's all. So what I've been doing today can be visualized in this I can't really say as a bar chart, as a you can say as a representation of what I have been doing today. So if I hover over it, you can see for college I have been doing for 6 hours, and for fun for 3 hours. You can see I have been changing there, and immediately it has been fetched here. And instead of study I have been doing for 4 hours, and outside I have been 2 hours, and coding I have been doing for 7 hours. So it's simple as that. And coming to the next components, this I have been using an component library called ChatSheet. It is an amazing library. You guys should check it out. And if I go to charts, yeah, you can see the first 3 I have been taking using the first 3. You can actually go to the documentation and read it well. So in the productivity and entertainment time, I can see what I did this particular week. So let's suppose today is actually Monday, so the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and all is empty because of the obvious reason, because the Sunday and Monday are the first initial weeks. So if I hover on it, you can see for the Sunday I have been productive for 7 hours, and entertainment I have been spending for almost 3 hours. So this can be very easily known, and I have been putting a easy logic here, and you can see I have been productive for by 75%. So I can know like I am actually productive here. So coming to the next pie chart, so I really wanted to vary out things, so I really used a different kind of charts. Let's suppose here I use a bar, here I use a pie, so it can it can be visually appealing to me. And if you see this pie chart, it's basically like this all tags in form of, like, let's suppose in a month I have been studying for 41 hours and coding for 28 hours. You can basically see, and the whole how many hours I've been spending being active in a day, I can see as a 155 hours. So basically that's all. And here also I have been used a simple logic of finding how much productive I was. So basically the productive, what I have been considered as productive is, first of all, obviously college, then studying, then coding. Then the most of the time unproductive or slash entertainment is going to be fun and outing. So that's what actually the logic is, and it is basically comparing the percentages. So that's simple as hell. And if you go to the area chart, this is basically the annual checkup how productive I was. So basically you can see the green line is productivity, and entertainment is basically the blue line. So this I have been given a good gradient to visualize it better. So that's all. And yeah, I have made the hero section the main page, what I really wanted to do, and how I often access something. So if I go to the streak page, You can see the streak activity. If let's suppose I'm not doing anything for one day, and the next day I'm doing it, so it's going to give me an excuse, and later on it will be incrementing it. If let's suppose 2 days I have not done any productive things, it's going to reset back to zero. So it's a good algorithm I use. So basically this thing is represented as this thing. Basically I really wanted to make a change, so I used a pie chart, so it can be more similar to this circle as well as this circle. And coming to the next part, and this was actually manually made by me. This is very hard to do. Actually I struggled a lot. I remember spending almost like 2 days debugging it, making everything perfect. So this was actually I traversed all of the days, and I got them, and I made a div out of it, and I color graded it. Like let's suppose yeah, this 22 is longer hours, so basically I have put this into like a vibrant shading of orange. So let's suppose I have been doing just 11 hours here, so it is less vibrant. So this, you can get the inspiration. I got the whole inspiration from GitHub. If you go to anyone's profile in GitHub, you can see this calendar. Yeah, this basically, yeah, the more less it is, the more vibrant, the more opaque it is going to be. The higher it is going to be, the higher opaque it is. So that's the whole idea of it. And if I go to here, and I can see the productivity streak as well as the entertainment streak. Basically I can see how productive as well as how the entertainment are went. So coming to the next thing, it is resources. So this resources is a simple thing. I just wanted to make the goal of this year. I have certain goals to finish this particular year, and it is the whole point of it. So basically, let's suppose I want to learn Flutter, and I will be providing this. So if you go to the edit page, it'll be taken some time. Yeah, and instead of that, you can see I have a title, I have a description. You can change anything, changed 1 2 3, and I can submit it. And you can give provide a GitHub link. Maybe let's suppose considering others, because let's suppose people would ask like, bro, can you give me a roadmap and what you're following right now. I could provide this link, and I could say you can track these projects here and here. And this roadmap website is a good website. If you go to roadmap.sh, and let's suppose if you want to learn backend, and instead of that, this amazing website offers a roadmap. About this website I'll be making a dedicated video later on, but for now it is simple as that. It makes a roadmap and you can follow it, and it is also gives a streak mechanism, and you can follow that. So coming to the next thing, it is estimated time. This is basically how much time it is going to take for me to finish this. This is an estimated time, as the name suggests. And next, it is going to be the total topics. So if you go to any like any roadmap from this website, so you can see the 80 is a total topic. So basically I can provide here, like let's suppose there is a 80. For the simplicity, let me give 10. And if I, so let's suppose I have been doing nothing, and let's suppose like I really completed 2 in a day, so I can go 2, and if I can do plus. Okay, at some point of time I have finished all of the, and you can see the completed has been popped up, and here it is updated. So that's simple as that. And you can also update it. For that, what I did was I used an admin page, and initially it's going to prompt up with a password as well as username. If I log out of here, and I put the username and password, and you can see it will be welcomed by these two components. So first of all, let's suppose I want to make a change in my streak. Let's suppose I really misclicked the event, so I can go to the streak, and I can see for this day, for the 17th day I have been doing this. Let's suppose I have been doing coding for 5 instead of 7, so I can go 5, and I can update it. So basically that going to change in real time. And if I go to the home, and if I see this one coding, if you can see there is coding in 5 hours. So basically I have been changing this. So that's all. That's simple. And for resources, if let's suppose the, you can say, so everyone can change it, right? So basically these credentials will be known only by me. So let's suppose a person who is a friend of mine tries to access this, he'll be only seeing the progress. So this is a good tweaking I have done. About the color scheming and theming, I have been implementing a dark theme and light theme. So let's suppose your phone or laptop is default in light theme, so you will be prompted initially by this. So the colors and all I have been chosen carefully. And if you go to the dark mode, it will be having the higher contrast as well. So that's simple. And coming to the CSS and all, I've been using Tailwind obviously, and it is responsive. Everything is responsive, you can see. And if I go to the navbar, everything is accessible. So that's all for today. Hope you all enjoy this video, and make sure to subscribe for the vlog coming up. And I'm pretty sure I'll be consistent enough. So that's all. Peace out.